If you're running a Shopify store and you're not using Klaviyo yet, you're leaving serious money on the table. And if you've been putting off connecting them because you think it's a little bit too complicated or you don't know how to do it, well, I've got good news for you. It takes about 5 minutes to do. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to connect Klaviyo to Shopify step by step. We'll get the integration set up, make sure your data is syncing correctly, and I'll show you what to do right after so that way you're ready to make money from email starting right away. Klaviyo is the best email marketing platform for e-commerce brands these days. And when it's connected to Shopify properly, it pulls in all of your customer data, purchase history, browsing behavior, literally everything that you need in order to make the most out of the email channel. And that's what lets you send the right emails to the right people at the right time. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing that we're gonna be doing in order to integrate Shopify with Klaviyo is we wanna make sure to navigate over to your Klaviyo account right here. So let's say that this is your Klaviyo account. What you're gonna be doing is going over to the integrations tab right here. It's gonna be at the bottom left of your account. So you're gonna go ahead and click that. Now, obviously, if you're watching this video, you probably don't already have a Shopify connection. So what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be going to Explore Apps on the top right, and you're gonna go ahead and select, or you're gonna search for Shopify because that's what we wanna connect Klaviyo to. So we're gonna go ahead and click Shopify. And after that, there should be a button right here that says install. So you're gonna install Shopify over to Klaviyo. Now, you're gonna be prompted for a few different things right here, and I'll walk through each one by one, but at the very top, it's gonna ask you for your store URL. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this is not, the URL that you give people to come to your website. This would actually be a specific URL that is very specific to Shopify only. So the way that you're gonna find that, and I'm just gonna use this for example purposes, but basically when you're logged into Shopify, look at the URL in the URL tab. Look at what the URL is. It should say admin.shopify.com/store. So you're gonna just copy and paste whatever it says after store, just the name. So in this case, we're gonna copy the modern-arrival, and we're gonna go ahead and copy that. So again, it's gonna be whatever is in the URL. This might be very different than what your actual URL, store URL is. So it's really important that you get it from your Shopify dashboard when you're logged in. Navigate back over to Klaviyo, and you're gonna do the name of the store, and then you're gonna say .myshopify.com. So again, it's the name of the store. So everything after admin.shopify.com/store/ and then XYZ, you're gonna copy just that part before the question mark right here. And then you're gonna paste that in, and you're gonna say the name of the store, .myshopify.com. Now, when we get into on-site tracking, we wanna make sure that we are tracking behavioral events. So this is gonna allow us to track when people are actually active on your website. And obviously that's gonna allow us to track user behavior, such as people browsing specific products on your website and also adding them to your cart. So you wanna make sure that this is checked. The other thing too is sync data from Shopify. So it's gonna sync all of your Shopify email subscribers over to Klaviyo, and you wanna select a list, right? And this is the list that's typically gonna be on your welcome series, like whatever your welcome series is connected to. So in this case, you just wanna, we can just select it to the email list. So whatever your main newsletter list is, you wanna select that. You also wanna sync your SMS subscribers over to Klaviyo. That would be a separate list than this one. It would be an SMS list. We get over to the sync data to Shopify. You wanna sync everything, right? You wanna make sure that this is checked. Sync profiles, profile data, and custom properties from Klaviyo to Shopify. And then for all profiles, you wanna select that. So you wanna sync all the profiles, and you wanna make sure that all of these are checked as well. So email subscription status, SMS subscription status, email received, opened, clicked events, SMS message received, and clicked events. So yeah, just make sure everything looks exactly like how it does on my screen. Again, you're gonna have the store URL, .myshopify.com. You're gonna track behavioral events. You're gonna sync everything, make sure that all of these are checked, and you're gonna select all profiles. And then after that, you're gonna click on connect to Shopify. So you'll be prompted, update data access. Yeah, all of this stuff looks good. So you're just gonna go ahead and click update. Yep, and you just go ahead and click integrate. Cool, so now it's loading right here, as you can see on the bottom right of my screen. So this might take a couple minutes or so. All right, so it just finished, updating the integration between Klaviyo and Shopify. So Shopify is now enabled on the Klaviyo account. Now, one thing that you might notice after you've completed everything is that the sync is still gonna be in progress, right? So it'll say 0%. It might take a few hours for it to be 100%. It's gonna sync all of the customer data. As we're speaking, it's actually at 67% now. So in order to get to 100%, it might take an hour or so, but it's syncing all of the customer data, all the information, so that way you can start emailing people through Klaviyo. Now, the next thing that you'll probably notice is that the Klaviyo embed section, you're gonna see like a warning sign. You might see a warning sign that says, could not retrieve Klaviyo app embed status. And so what we need to do is go to your Shopify theme and make sure that the Klaviyo app status is properly embedded. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna see this link that says, please enable your app embed. So you're gonna go ahead and click that link. It's gonna navigate you over to your Shopify store. and you'll see this thing is toggled on. So what we want to do is we want to toggle it back off and toggle it back on one more time, and then hit save just to ensure that it actually is toggled on. And then from there, once it's saved, you can go ahead and close out of that, and then go ahead and refresh Klaviyo. And now you should see a green sign that says Klaviyo app is enabled on your store. So this basically means that the Klaviyo software is now enabled on your theme in order to be able to track, specific users coming to your site, people viewing products, that sort of thing. And it's also should be able to track add to cart events, view product events, that sort of thing, etc. And so now at this point, you've successfully integrated Shopify with your Klaviyo account, and now you're ready to start sending emails. So after watching this video, by now, Klaviyo should now be connected to your Shopify store, and you're ready to start building flows and sending campaigns. Just a quick recap, we installed the Klaviyo app, connected your store, verified the data sync, and went through the entire post setup checklist so you're not missing anything important. If you haven't grabbed the email revenue playbook yet, it's 126 pages long, covering the 4 pillars of e-commerce: email, list growth, deliverability, flows, campaigns. Free for you to grab in the description. And if you're watching this thinking that you'd rather just have someone handle your email marketing on Klaviyo for you, it's literally what I do for a living. It's all I do. So there's a link in the description to book in a call directly with me. We'll talk a little bit more about your email strategy, what you're currently doing with email, and see if there's anything that I can do to fix it. So talk to you soon. Thanks.